Yeah, man. Like I said, it's so cool. I'm finding these, like, I'm being re-inspired. Like these young kids in GRAIL, they got picked up by Blasco's label, which is a sub thing of Ripple. But yeah, they were doing these cover tunes in the studio, and they were like, "Hey, man, you want to come rip a solo?" And me and those dudes had already kind of been jamming. I went to their house jam room one time, and we're vibing. Jam really rad, man. It's one of those you just look up after 20 minutes. You're like, what were we playing, dude? Like, I don't know. Like, it's very rare you find dudes that are on that same page, and it's cool that they're like not even 18 and they get it. You know what I mean? And so yeah, we've been throwing some riffs around, and finally I went out to the studio, Switchblade Sounds, Joe's spot, and got to hang out with them, and ended up they did a Deep Purple tune, Into the Fire. So it was cool to learn that, and then I did some ripping solos on it. I took some time and just kind of stereo soloed and did some cool stuff, but also helped kind of produce the track. Like, they had never had someone sit in the studio and be like, "Hey man, why don't you double this guitar and then we can pan it and make it thick?" Or on that solo, Hunter's taken three or four takes and they all sound so close. I'm like, let's rip some Tony Iommi style. You track two tracks and we can mess with that stereo pan, but they're so close. It's just, that's magic, and they're like, "Oh, dude, never thought of that." And they're like, and it ended up being a great session where I got my, what I've
Yeah,
always
like
wanted
they
to
would
do.
do on like